So I've been married to this man for 23 years, and today his sisters came over for lunch. And for the first time ever, I heard about this haunted house that they grew up in when they were little in Phoenix. And so I was hoping they could tell us all their stories. I want to hear all the stories. Tell us about this house.
Well, don't start with me. Start
Mike, you have
like
the best stories out of
naked white
everybody.
ghost.
Look,
So what
I made
kinds
another
of things?
bathroom.
What house was this?
Well, ask Melody. Melody's favorite is the hands through the vent.
Where was this?
Well, so I never. Okay,
So we lived in Phoenix, and
what
we
street was
lived
on
in
Alvarado? Is that?
No, this
No.
is on 63rd.
63rd
Oh, okay.
Drive, and we lived in
I
this
made another
house.
bathroom.
We moved in this house in what, 83? We moved in the house in 83, and we moved out of the house in
90.
90.
No, 89. 92. That's
It had to be
before,
91
it
or
was
92.
It was 92
Like
because it was
Robert's
just
right.
before I turned 12. So it was 92 because it was just before I turned 12. So it was when I was 11. 92.
No, it was 89 because I was
So when did you like?
Carter administration.
When did you start seeing like supernatural things happen?
whole
Was
time.
it just
The
this
whole
right
time.
away?
Like day one, I think. Like
Yeah,
we felt like this house, like we always had this eerie feeling.
yeah, it just felt creepy in there. It
Really?
was
Make your eyes really big again, Chris.
But like there'd be like little things, like one, like a rocking chair would always rock by itself.
Yeah, it didn't matter where it was in the living room either.
Like
It
you-
would get moved
Like
and it would still move. Like we would have it at one corner and it would rock. It would be in another corner and it would rock. It didn't matter where the rocking chair was. It would just start rocking.
we've had it in we had it in the dining room.
Yeah.
We had it in the living room.
Oh,
This
wow.
rocking
Oh yeah,
chair would rock
the
by
one that was the
itself.
library, the dining room that was we actually used
Yeah.
as like a library. Yeah.
And it's important to note that, no matter how many other houses we've lived in, that was the only house.
That we ever.
So it's not like everywhere you live that you feel like you're
No.
have
No.
supernatural.
No.
I've lived in 7 houses. I've never felt like it was creepy or haunted
Never.
before ever.
Uh-huh.
We had a microwave that it would go off. It would start by itself.
And the
or
not the blender but the
can opener.
can
The
opener.
can
The
opener,
can
yeah.
opener would just start. It would just turn on.
And the
That is like giving me
chandelier-
goosebumps hearing these
The
stories.
chandelier in the living room.
Would just rock.
Like
It wasn't
you
like
just sit there.
it wasn't like swinging. It would rock like somebody was up there, which there was no second story.
No,
Oh my
So there's
gosh,
nobody
that's
up there.
creepy.
there shouldn't
then-
have been anyone up there.
There, yeah, it was the attic. So there was somebody up there.
And like Melody and I, so Melody made a little
Diagram of the house.
diagram.
Don't
of
show
the
the
house.
diagram of the house. While take the bathroom symbols away.
Okay, this is a little diagram of the house.
Yes. So this is where Mike and Matt lived.
This is a
Their
bedroom.
bedroom.
The cups are bedroom.
And then this is mine and Mindy's bedroom. This is Christy's bedroom, and this is Mason and Mark's bedroom, and then this is the master bedroom.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a bathroom right here, and then this was actually extended. The master bedroom had a bathroom that came here, so there's no door. But so I would come out here needing to go to the bathroom here, and I half the time didn't go because I would come out and I start walking and I could see eyes watching me. And so
Red eyes.
red eyes, and
They're
they were
always red.
they were never tall like a person, but halfway like my height or a little bit taller.
They were
like,
always a kid's height.
yeah,
That
and
just
it would
gave me
freak me
major
out.
goosebumps.
It was just two red eyes, and I didn't ever see a person. I never saw anything else but two red eyes. I always try to talk myself out of it that it was just a reflection of something. But now that I'm older, I realize there was nothing there.
Well, did
there
you
was
say
no
you saw them
door.
too?
I would see them too.
I only found that out yesterday.
And we had never talked about him before until yesterday. She was telling me that she saw these red eyes.
And she's like, I saw
I
him
saw
too.
them too.
I
And
never knew.
I never knew that she saw them.
Because I was like, there has to be a reflection of something, but there's no window right here.
So there would
There
be
was
any-
no light anywhere. There's no way there was a reflection
And
onto,
these
and it was a
were
wooden door.
door.
So it wasn't like it was shiny or anything. So I have no idea what they were. But yeah, that, I hardly ever made it to the bathroom. I would just hold it all night long because I would come
We all
out.
tried to not go
Not
out of our
ever.
rooms once it was dark.
Yeah.
So let's hear your stories, Christy.
Do you have anything that you remember happening in that house?
No, I just remember the feeling and then hearing things like after everybody was in bed, like people walking, but I knew everybody was in bed. Like I would get up and look out my door and there was like no one there.
Oh my
It was creepy. I was just scared to death. I remember Mom and Dad would always watch MASH right before they went to bed. And I didn't want it to end because I knew when it ended they were going to go to bed.
That is
And
so
we were going to be
sad.
left alone with
And
whatever.
Mike
was
doesn't
in
want to
that
tell
house.
you, but so when I was just talking to my students, I was telling them that I lived in a haunted house and that my older siblings tormented me. And I thought that just until today, just now, when they were telling me that they were literally just teasing me, that I was one of the youngest.
try to scare you.
And they were just trying to scare me because they would tell me stories of fingers coming through the vents, like blue or like white,
Black.
They were black.
black.
You
black
would see
Black.
fingers coming through the vents?
Yeah, they would like literally like this, like
Coming,
fingers,
like slipping
clawing
through the vents.
like
It
this.
wasn't these kinds of vents, it was the ones that were in the walls right here, like above the doors and of the walls. And so I thought they were just teasing me, like I was, and
You're saying when you were growing up, you thought, oh,
no,
these must be.
no, when I was growing up,
You
I thought it was true. I was
But
scared to
then when
death.
you got older,
When I got
you thought-
older, I thought they were just teasing me and tormenting me. And then just now,
And
we
that
were
is
talking,
totally not like us.
but just now, they were like, no, we were just telling you what we saw. We were telling you what it was. And I was like, I thought you guys were just teasing me when I was little.
Like we all saw them,
Yeah.
and we would be terrified. I made Melody sleep on the top bunk because there was a vent above our bunk bed.
Take my sister.
I would seriously lay in bed. You wanted the top
Well,
bunk.
I didn't know they were reading me to the ghost. I didn't know it was like just you're like take the.
Did your parents, like, did you ever tell this to your parents how
Yeah.
you felt? And what,
Oh,
did they
yeah.
just think that you guys were
Microwave or-
psychotic, that you guys were
Yeah.
just delusional? And,
Yeah.
and your mom
Well,
never
like,
felt
Mom
this
would
way?
say-
Mom would
she's
always be like, "There's a short in the
Yeah,
electrical."
yeah.
Or when with the chandelier in the rocking chair, it's the air conditioning turning on, but
Yeah, air conditioning vent can't move.
yeah, it doesn't move your chandelier. It doesn't
Well, it's not
move
gonna
your-
make a rocking chair rock.
No, she told me all the time that it was the air conditioning turning on all the time. That's what she told me.
I wonder if deep down she was scared too and just didn't want to freak you guys out
We
saying,
should talk to her now and ask her and be like,
That's a
Mom.
good idea.
well, I'm definitely showing her this video. I want to hear your story, Mike. I heard that you had something pretty scary happen.
Oh, so one time I woke and I was on the top bunk and I was sleeping and I woke up, my elbow was sticking out right here and a girl just walks in the door and you know, and I said, I said, Christy, is that you? And then she reached out to touch my elbow. And as soon as she reached out, I jerked it back and she was gone.
She disappeared.
Yeah, she's just gone.
I've never heard that one.
What was she
I
dressed
remember hearing
like?
that one.
Oh, yeah, that's what was weird, because
I
she
thought
wasn't
you
dressed.
saw someone in that closet.
Yeah, the closet one was scary because.
Oh,
In
I
this
saw
room,
them in
didn't
the
you see
closet
the
too.
closet?
Yes.
So that
Wait.
one wasn't scary when it was
What?
happening because she looked normal. You know, she looked like.
She looked dressed modern day.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
well, she wasn't dressed modern day.
What was she dressed like?
She just had a fancy kind of dress on. You know, it was just fancy. Just kind of poofy sleeves. But
That
the
was
one
totally
they're
me.
talking about was in the closet is a few times. Well,
In your bedroom
in our
closet?
bedroom, yeah. I'd wake up and I'd look over in the closet, and this one didn't look, this one looked like your typical ghost. It was all white. Oh yeah, Christy's hot. And just twirling.
You saw it too?
No, I didn't see
Oh.
this one.
Oh,
I just
okay.
remember you
That's
telling
the
me
one
about
she
it.
I saw in the closet. Yeah, in the closet too.
And what what was it doing?
Me, it would just peek out. Like I just saw one there, just like a. And the thing is that I always thought it was just one of you guys, because we had a lot of kids in that house. There's a lot of kids in that house, so I just thought it was one of you guys. But she always wanted things open, and I was like, this has to be closed.
We
The closet
would
door.
fight all the time
About
doors being open because I wanted it open so that I could have
Ventilation.
An escape. No,
And-
I wanted
oh.
it because I wanted it.
You
an
said
escape.
ventilation. You said
I
air.
said it, but it is what you do. It's an escape.
And I was like, they all need to stay out. And so I always wanted everything closed. All the closets needed to close. All the doors needed to close. I wanted
Exactly.
everything shut.
We
Everything needed to be shut.
all of us wanted to. We would all like run to our parents' room and mom wouldn't want us to be in her room. And so the only thing she would let us do was sleep on her floor.
I bet your
this
mom had no idea what
super
was.
scratchy rug, and then she wouldn't allow. It was so scratchy, and she wouldn't let us have a blanket because she didn't want us there, and she wanted us to go.
She wanted you to
so
go back
we
to
would,
your.
we would go under the rug sometimes,
But we did not
or just
care.
pull like a
Like
little bit.
even
of her
when
sheet.
I was like 14,
We
I'm
would
still
still
like,
be sleeping on
I'm
the
sleeping on the floor.
Mhm.
At least I'm not alone.
So
Yeah, we would rather sleep there, right next to the bed, than it would be
Right.
like anywhere else in the house.
have you guys asked your mom later, now that you're adults? Have you ever brought it up to her and asked her? I really want to know what
No,
she.
I haven't either
Let's
because
put her on the phone.
I always thought it was them teasing me, and then me, my overactive imagination
Because you're a
I
little
was being
kid.
teased.
Okay.
And I thought the same thing, like I was just a kid.
Yeah.
Like this must not
Yeah,
be
those
real.
things never happened in my house.
And we were just saying, like, we've lived in how many more houses? We've moved
Never.
since then. We lived in a house. The house
So-
we moved into after that house, someone actually did legitimately die in that house. And
They didn't
none
die
of it
in the
happened.
house, but they died from a plane crash at the house. But they didn't
Oh,
die.
I
In
see.
They
what
died
you're
at the house,
Yeah,
Melody.
why?
Oh, I was told. Yeah, they didn't die in the
Are you talking about
house.
Laswear?
Because
Yeah.
somebody there was a
plane
plane crash. But they
in
didn't
the
die in the
house.
house. They died from what happened in the house, but they didn't die in the house.
No, the guy who was flying
I
the
don't
plane.
understand the difference.
It's semantics and it helps me.
Oh, yes.
Whatever helps you save it, I know.
Well, Mindy, didn't you say that after you guys moved out of that house that we're talking about, that you had some uncles that moved in there too?
Well, Ed's sister lived in
Okay.
that house afterwards, and she moved out of the house because
of
it
all the
was haunted.
supernatural.
Yeah,
Oh,
because of all
wow.
the supernatural stuff that happened. In
I wonder. Wow, this is so
We should go
interesting
back
to
the
me.
house and interview whoever.
Go there and we asked them if anything has happened in that house.
Have you seen
Wow.
anything weird?
But so
Well, and
mom told me that they got it cleansed or something.
Like
His
a.
family did, like they got it like I don't know
Oh,
if
that
that's true or
sounds
not.
familiar.
But yeah, she's I thought she told me that they got it. They
well,
at least
and
they tried to. I don't know what they were.
Called an exorcist.
Yeah, not an exorcist, like a I don't know what it was.
Well, and
Something.
Mike-
I just know that they said it was creepy in there.
I
and
do
they
know
did
that
try.
Mike, when he was like, how old were you when you got that Ouija board? Like 10 or 12? from the
You had a
next door
Ouija
neighbor?
board in the
12,
house?
13.
Yeah, he
So-
got it. So this was after it had already.
So when
gone
we
through.
were our next door, he went to the next door neighbors. And
Yard
they-
sale.
Yard sale or
It
something.
was just
I-
the trash that do
Yeah, they threw away a Ouija board, and Mike went and got it. Did you know it was a Ouija board?
I can't remember.
I don't know if he just thought it was like a board game or something.
No,
But
because I remember them using it correctly, like asking it questions and having us put our hands on it and stuff. So I remember
I don't
like,
remember
actually
that.
using it as a Ouija board. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that. I just remember when Mike brought it in the house, like immediately having like overwhelming like
Scariness,
bad
bad juju.
juju, like seriously like bad juju.
Sorry.
Because it was like, but we were joking because Mike was like, okay, we need to make like a safe word. We need to set up some times of
Oh
when
no,
is a
he was
good
saying
time.
that if he could have talked to the ghost of the three, that's what he would have said. That's what he would have
But,
said.
Oh, I see.
He was saying that now if he could.
Oh,
Between
interesting.
10 and 6 is off limits.
I gotta get some sleep.
I gotta be able to sleep.
So just sleep it down. I wish we could get your mom on the phone. She's probably
Yeah, she's
asleep.
probably sleeping. It's 5:04.
Now that's recorded for.